Ever wondered why the rich keep getting richer? It's not just luck. It's about smart investments. Let me show you how to start building your wealth today with something you might not expect. Cash. You might think cash is boring, but did you know some of the wealthiest people hoard it like gold? Here's why they're smarter than you think. Cash isn't just for spending, it's a powerful tool for seizing opportunities when they arise. Imagine hearing about an amazing investment, but by the time you scrape together the money, it's too late. That's why having cash on hand is so crucial. It gives you the power to act fast and take advantage of opportunities others miss.
If you are intrigued so far, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified so you don't miss out. Let's dive back in.
For instance, during the 2020 stock market dip, those with cash ready were able to buy stocks at rock-bottom prices. Imagine buying Apple or Amazon when everyone else was panicking. Those who did have seen their investments soar. This is the kind of opportunity cash can unlock. But there's a catch. If your cash just sits around, it loses value over time due to inflation. Inflation means your money buys less and less as time goes on. Picture this. If your grandfather saved $50,000 under his mattress 50 years ago, it was a small fortune back then. Today, that same $50,000 wouldn't even buy a modest home in many places. So what can you do to keep your cash from melting away? Put it in a high-yield savings account or a money market account. These accounts pay you interest, helping your cash grow and keep up with inflation. It's like giving your money a little workout while you wait for the right opportunity. Cash might seem simple, but it's your secret weapon for financial success. But here's something most people miss. While cash is great for seizing opportunities, what if there was an asset that not only grows in value but also pays you every single month? We'll dive into that next, trust me. You don't want to miss it. Imagine having an asset that not only grows in value over time but also pays you every month without you lifting a finger. Sounds too good to be true? Let me introduce you to real estate, one of the most reliable ways to build wealth. Real estate is like having a money-making machine. When you own property, you can rent it out to someone else. They pay you every month just for using the space. And this is called passive income. It's money that comes in regularly, whether you're working or not. Imagine owning a house or an apartment, renting it out and getting paid month after month. Even better, you can hire a property manager to handle everything for you, finding tenants, collecting rent, dealing with any issues, while you just collect the income. Here's a real-world example. Suppose you own a rental property that you bought for $150,000. You rent it out, and after paying the mortgage and other expenses, you're left with $500 in profit every month. That's $6,000 a year in passive income. Now imagine owning multiple properties. Suddenly, you're making serious money without much effort. But that's not the only way real estate makes you rich. Real estate also appreciates, which means it goes up in value over time. For example, if you bought that $150,000 a few years ago, it might be worth $250,000 today. That's an extra $100,000 added to your wealth just by holding on to the property. And here's a secret weapon in real estate: depreciation. Depreciation is a tax benefit that lets you deduct part of the cost of the property from your taxes each year. This means you get to keep more of your rental income instead of handing it over to the government. In some cases, this tax benefit can be so big that it covers your entire down payment on the property, making it feel like you got the property for free. Real estate is a powerful tool for building wealth. It gives you steady income, increases in value, and offers tax benefits that can save you a lot of money. But here's where it gets even more interesting. What if you could combine the stability of real estate with something that offers even higher returns? Next, we'll explore how to do just that with bonds and stocks. Bonds and stocks might sound like old-school investments, but they're still some of the best ways to grow your wealth. Let's dive into why these assets are so powerful, especially when paired with real estate. Bonds are like a safe, steady ride on the investment train. When you buy a bond, you're essentially lending money to the government or a big company, and they promise to pay you back with interest. Bonds are considered safe because you're almost guaranteed to get your money back, plus a little extra. For example, if you buy a government bond, you're lending money to the government, and they pay you interest every year. After a set time, they give you back the amount you lent. Different types of bonds offer different benefits. Government bonds are very safe because they're backed by the government. Corporate bonds, issued by companies like Amazon or Apple, pay more interest but come with a bit more risk. Then there are municipal bonds, or munis, which are issued by cities or states. The great thing about munis is that the interest you earn is often tax-free, which can save you a lot of money, especially if you're in a high tax bracket. Bonds are perfect if you want steady, reliable income without the ups and downs of the stock market. But what if you're looking for something with bigger potential? That's where stocks come in. Stocks are like the thrill ride of the investment world. When you buy stocks, you're buying a small piece of a company. If the company does well, the value of your stock goes up, and you can sell it for a profit. Stocks can grow your wealth quickly, but they can also be risky because the stock market can go up and down. Here's an example to make it clear. Let's say you bought 10 shares of Apple stock for $150 each. A few years later, the price goes up to $300 per share. If you sell your shares, you've doubled your money. But if Apple's stock price drops to $100 per share, you've lost money. That's why it's important to do your research and invest in companies you believe will grow over time. For many wealthy people, stocks are a big part of their investment strategy. They own shares in lots of different companies, which helps spread out the risk. You don't need a lot of money to start investing in stocks either. With apps like Robinhood or Fidelity, you can start buying shares with just a few dollars. Bonds give you steady income, and stocks give you the potential for big gains. Together, they can be a powerful way to grow your wealth. But there's still more to learn. Next, we'll talk about other assets that can diversify your portfolio and help you build even more wealth. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss this. We've covered cash, real estate, bonds, and stocks. Now let's explore some other assets that can help you diversify your investments and build even more wealth. Commodities are raw materials like gold, oil, or even things like art and wine. These are items that people value, and their prices can go up over time. For example, gold has been a store of value for thousands of years. Many people invest in gold because it tends to hold its value, especially during economic downturns. Similarly, art and wine can increase in value as they become rarer or more desirable. Some people even invest in whiskey barrels or collectible cars, which can provide surprisingly good returns. While commodities don't pay you income like rent or dividends, they can still be a valuable part of your investment portfolio. They act as a hedge, which means they can protect you when other investments like stocks or bonds aren't doing well. Next, let's talk about intellectual property, or IP for short. Intellectual property includes things like books, music, patents, and trademarks. When you create something unique, like a song or a book, you own the rights to it. This means you can earn money every time someone buys it, uses it, or even just says a phrase you've trademarked. Think of musicians who earn royalties every time their songs are played on the radio, or authors who get paid whenever their books are sold. For example, the famous phrase, "Let's get ready to rumble," was trademarked, and the owner earns money every time it's used commercially. IP can be a steady source of income and can grow in value over time, especially if what you create becomes popular. Another important asset to consider is a business. Starting and growing your own business can be one of the fastest ways to build wealth. When you own a business, you have control over your income, and the value of your business can increase as it grows. Many of the world's wealthiest people built their fortunes by starting their own companies, from tech giants like Tesla to small businesses that serve local communities. Don't forget about tax-advantaged accounts like IRAs or 401(k)s. These accounts allow your investments to grow tax-free, which can make a huge difference over time. For example, if you invest in a Roth IRA, your money grows without you having to pay taxes on the gains, and you can withdraw it tax-free in retirement. By diversifying your investments across these different assets, commodities, intellectual property, businesses, and tax-advantaged accounts, you can protect yourself from risk and maximize your wealth-building potential. Each of these assets plays a unique role in a well-rounded portfolio, helping you achieve financial security and freedom. If you like this video, then click on one of these right here. Of course, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more great videos. The key to building wealth is not just about picking the right assets, but also about continuously learning and adapting your strategy. Keep learning, keep investing, and you'll be well on your way to a secure financial future.